book besties, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you the books that I read last month and sharing my thoughts about them. Let's get right into it. Okay, so I read 5 books last month, and I didn't read as many as I would have liked to, but they were pretty lengthy, at least some of them, so I think that's why I didn't read as many as I would have. But I still read some pretty good ones this month, so I'm going to share my thoughts with you about them. Alright, so the first book I have here is Small Spaces by Catherine Arden. This was the first one I read last month, and it was pretty good. I'm not like crazy about this one. This was definitely not my favorite I read last month. I'd probably give it 4.5 stars, even though it does have 5 stars on Goodreads for me, because I feel bad for giving books anything less than 5 stars, but I feel like it deserves at least 4.5. It was pretty good. The characters were likable enough. My favorite was probably Ollie because of which is the main character, probably because of the backstory you get from her, and also there was a lot of suspense buildup, I guess, suspenseful buildup. I guess that's how you would say it. There was a lot of that. Oh my gosh, my voice cracked. There was a lot of that, and that kind of made it a lot better. But I just wasn't like super into the story. Like, it started out really good, but then it kind of like, I don't know, it just didn't make me, it wasn't what I wanted last month is what I'm trying to get. So I just feel like this definitely was not my favorite last month, but it was still really good, so I would give it a try. This is the first one I read last month, so let's get into the next one. The next one I read in September is City of Ghosts by V.E. Schwab. I really enjoyed this one. I only read the first one. This is a 3-book collection. I got this at Walmart, by the way. I was really happy about this. But anyways, I really enjoyed this book. I loved the friendship between Jacob and Cassidy. They were like, I just loved that friendship, and I loved that it was set in Scotland. I love that it was set in Scotland because I don't think I've ever read any books that were set in Scotland, but I loved the atmosphere of that. It was so good. And I think the third one is set in New Orleans, which I love books set in New Orleans. I do not know why, I just do, but that's completely beside the point. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book. The setting, the characters, the plot, everything about this book I loved. And I think V. Schwab is like a pretty well-known author. I'm not really sure because it's like the first book I've ever read. And I have been wanting to read this book for a long time, and I thought it would be the perfect time because it was about ghosts, and I was really feeling in the autumnal spooky mood. So I just wanted a book like this, and it was perfect. I gave this one a 5-star, and I still think that is a good rating for this because I still think about these characters sometimes, and I just really love this book. So okay, so the next book I have for you is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Obviously my rating for this is 5 stars, 6 stars really. I love Harry Potter. As you can tell from my last video, this was in the top, just so you know. I obviously love this book so much. This is one of my all-time favorite series of life. Harry, Ron, and Hermione are like, I want to be friends with them. I feel like, I don't know, Harry is a very good character in this one. I, for some reason, don't like him as much in the movies, and I'm not sure why, but I do like him in the books. I think he's a very likable character in the books, but I also love Ron and Hermione. They just all have, like, I just love their personalities. Like, they have such big personalities, and I love how, like, this one is really a world building one. It's like where you can explore the wizarding world with Harry as he first, like, this is his first time discovering it, so like he doesn't know anything about it, and when you go into this you don't, so it's like you're discovering it with Harry, and I love that about this. I really don't know how to rate my favorite characters because I can't figure out if Harry, Hermione, or Ron is my favorite characters, or which one out of those is my favorite character. But also, I love Dumbledore. Like, I love him in the books, okay? I love him in the movies too, but in the books, he's especially one of my favorite characters. I feel like he's just so funny in the books. Like, if you read the books, you realize how funny he is, and like, he's just so random and kind of odd, but like, I think that's why I love him so much. He's just one of my all-time favorite characters now. I'm gonna talk about my least favorite characters in this book because I usually don't talk about my least favorite characters, but I do want to in Harry Potter. In this book, it's probably Draco. He really gets on my nerves. He is such a tattletale. Like, that literally, I want to smack him. That's just me, and that might just be me, but I really want to smack him anytime he talks, to be honest. And he makes fun of Harry so relentlessly, it's like, it's ridiculous. But he's definitely my least favorite character. I want to know what class would be your favorite, you think, and so comment down below what you think your favorite Hogwarts class would be. Mine would probably be History of Magic because history is my favorite class. That's like my favorite subject of all time. I love history, but I also love language arts, but I think history would probably be my favorite. So I want to know what your guys' favorite Hogwarts class would be in the comments down below. But anyways, 6 out of 6 stars. Definitely read this series, like, if you haven't, and if you have, reread it. It's the perfect time for that. But yeah, definitely recommend Harry Potter. Alright, so the next book I have for you is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I love this book. It might not be my favorite, but I still love it with all of my heart. I love that we get introduced to the Burrow and the Weasleys more in depth. The Weasleys are definitely my favorite family. My favorite characters are Harry, Ron, and Hermione. I think they're my favorite characters in all of the books, but also Dumbledore. I think that Lockhart is one of my favorite characters just because he is amusing to read about. Like, he's so, like, you can see right through him. That he obviously has no idea what he's doing, and I just love that he's so full of himself. Like, obviously you shouldn't be, but like, he is, so, but it's really funny to read, and I love the setting of the story and the Chamber of Secrets. Love that part too. I also love the character development of Harry, Ron, and Hermione, and I don't really know what else to say about this book except that I love it, and I give it 6 stars. I'm not sure still which one is my favorite, but okay, so the next book I have here is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Did you think I'd be stopping? No. This is actually the last book I have, but I will not be stopping with Harry Potter until it's finished, okay? Just watch out for that next month, okay? But anyways, yes, I read Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. This is probably my favorite so far. I love Sirius, even though he's not in too many parts. I still love him as a character. I also love Lupin. He is also one of my favorite characters. So I have quite a few favorite characters in this book. It's Harry, Ron, Hermione, and also Dumbledore. What? Sirius and Lupin. I think those are my favorite characters. I love all of them, except Draco. He gets even more annoying in these. And how did I forget about Hagrid? I love Hagrid too. He is also one of my favorite characters. And also in this book we get Trelawney. I think that's in this one. And she really annoys me. She's not one of my least favorite characters, but she really irks me for some reason. And I don't know why, but I love that we get a backstory, like from Sirius and Lupin. And I also hate Peter Pettigrew. I forgot about that. Do not like him. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this book except I love it and I definitely recommend reading it. Okay guys, so that is all the books I read last month. I hope you guys enjoyed talking about books with me. I enjoyed talking about books with you. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, day, wherever you are. I'll see you next time. Bye!